today's video, I want to chime in with a quick impromptu video. In today's video, I want to give some spiritual messages. Yes, I know it's been a minute since I actually made a video of me talking, but like I said again, if you noticed, my content has been getting better and better and better in terms of my art videos. You see what I'm saying? And what I'm doing right now, with the celebrities and stuff, to be honest with you, it's just a test run. That's right, it's just a test run. You gotta remember, I'm in the entry level of the technology industry, so uh, I'm basically new to tech, which is the industry is really big in California, certain parts of California. I forgot um, what part of California is the tech capital. I think it might be San Jose, if I'm not mistaken, but I might be wrong on that, so don't quote me on that. But I know in certain parts of California, that's the tech capital of the world, meaning like this whole little city is everything is operated with the newest technology, AI, etc., etc. And you got to remember, a lot of other places. Well, I won't say a lot of other places, but there are other countries that's doing the same thing. And the only other country I know that's doing the same thing is called a smart city. Is China in Shanghai. If I'm not mistaken, they got a whole city in Shanghai that's a smart city. It's all technology. Everything is ran with artificial intelligence. And don't get it twisted. This is not just basic third grade artificial intelligence where it say Google Gaga. No. Actually, this type of artificial intelligence is programmed and engineered by some of the best programmers and engineers. And the programmer and the engineer is pretty much the same thing. The only thing different between them is that a programmer mainly works on a computer, and an engineer works on a computer and works physically, meaning that they have to physically uh, do the work, physically do the math, do the numbers, use that wrench, and get to tighten this shit up. That's real. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but that's the difference. Engineers have to actually physically put in work, and they have to do work like on a laptop, and etc. etc. Programmers just have to do all the work on a laptop. They barely have to do any physical type of labor. You see? And this is where we're going right now. And I'm bringing this up is because, like I said, this is what I'm going on my channel right now. I'm programming AI. You see what I'm saying? YouTube has a lot of new AI features, and the reason why my videos are coming out like that is because I'm learning how to program AI. I'm studying how to become an AI programmer. You see what I'm saying? So I know how to program AI a little bit. And the reason why I have so much experience is because it all started at an early age in childhood. You gotta remember, I'm a millennial. I was born in 1995, so I'm like one of the last of the millennials, so I'm highly advanced, especially when it comes to technology. When I was a child, I remember I had a PlayStation video game. That's AI. You know what I'm saying? It was just analog, where you got the actual remote and you controlling the character, but it's all AI. It's all programs and stuff like that, and softwares. You know what I'm saying? And scripts, basically meaning you telling this computer, you telling this technology what you want it to do, how you want it to look, etc., etc., etc. So you have to write up a program, and once you code it and put that program in, it comes out as Grand Theft Auto 5. It comes out as Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. It comes out as Call of Duty Black Ops 7. It comes out as Call of Duty, what is it called? Call of Duty DMZ. It comes out as Call of Duty Black Ops. You see what I'm saying? It comes out as Fortnite, etc., etc., etc. You see what I'm saying? But me, I'm more of a different AI programmer. I'm doing more stuff with video software. You see what I'm saying? Like video games is video software, but it's more audio and video. But I mean, I'm doing audio and video too, but it's not what actually with video games. It's like a whole different type of program. Even though it's similar, but it's a whole different one because video game programming it's a little bit more quite advanced. You see what I'm saying? It's way more advanced because you tell them the script. It has to do all these different things because the game consists of all these different missions and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it's a lot of writing and stuff you have to do. That's why I say engineers, they have to physically put in the work and they have to actually put in the work in the metaverse, i.e. on a computer slash laptop. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, so I'm learning all that type of stuff too because that's what I always wanted to be is a video game programmer because they make so much money and it's cool. You just write up your own script and you program AI and you know it comes out like I said as Red Dead Auto 6 or some shit like that. You see what I'm saying? So that's the cool thing about that. But like I said, what I'm doing with my videos right now is just a test run. This is only a trial. You see what I'm saying? And if you've been paying attention to my videos, I started out this trial and error, this test run with FBG Duck and King Von. If you've been paying attention, I started out to see how this technology would work. I used those two as an example, not as a negative example, but as a positive example. Because if you notice, when you hit those two people named FBG Duck and King Von, rest in peace to both of them, you automatically think something negative, but they was actually good people. Especially both of them, they was actually good people. You know what I'm saying? Like King Von was really, he was a good person. You know, he was a good-hearted person because look at it. Yeah, he was rough around the edges, but look what he been through. People was trying to hurt him. You know what I mean? You got the right to defend yourself, and if it end up like that, then that's just how it end up. You see what I'm saying? That's the same thing a judge or law enforcement would tell you. Somebody that's legally thinking correctly. You know what I mean? Because most people try to come up with all this different stuff and blah 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 and all that shit. But a judge and like I said, a law enforcement officer would tell you the same thing, especially if they thinking correctly. You have the right to defend yourself, no matter what. Especially if somebody's trying to harm you, just point blank. Period. You see what I'm saying? And anyway, like I said, King Von and them, he was such a good-hearted person. FBG Duck was too. But I'm gonna use King Von as an example because King Von had more of an opportunity to show he was a good-hearted person. And look at it, regardless of what he did, when he got rich and famous, he went back to his hood, which he didn't have to do. I know a lot of people say that's fake as hell and all that type of shit, but look how his hood ended up doing him. And there's no disrespect to old block and shit, but a lot of niggas from old block, I say, who woke and who eyes open, you see what I'm saying, who know what the fuck going on, you see what I'm saying, shout out King Rob, you know what I'm saying, Peso, you know, he ain't from old block or whatever, he one of the original BDs and shit, OG, but he know what the fuck going on, you know what I'm saying, and just to be honest with you, and I'm not saying this all the old block, but the people that was with King Von that night, most of them niggas was old block or some type of OTF affiliated. Them niggas failed him. They failed him, man. His best friend Muwab was there too. He failed him. You see what I'm saying? He did more, Muwab did more than anybody else trying to get the dudes off of him, but they failed him. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. He really didn't have to go back to his hood and all that shit. He could have just, you know, shouted out the hood from a distance and kept going. But King Von took back $100,000 and bust that shit down to all of his homies in O Block. $100,000. You see what I'm saying? That's only something a good-hearted person would do. Most people wouldn't do that shit. Come on, man. I mean, $100,000, it wasn't really shit to him because King Von signed for millions. So, you see what I'm saying? But still, $100,000, that's a lot of money. You don't have to get them niggas nothing. You see what I'm saying? But he did. So that goes to show he's a good-hearted person. You see what I'm saying? And the same thing with FBG Duck. FBG Duck didn't have a chance to make it that long. You see what I'm saying? And that's not to be funny and all that, because I fuck with 63rd, I fuck with Duck. You see what I'm saying? And right now, we pushing peace. We trying to make this alliance and shit. Shout out to King Yella. Shout out to Mimo 600. You know, shout out to FRBJ, man. You know, they paving the way when it come to, you know, pushing peace. Shout out Ruger. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to pushing peace and shit like that. Right now, they're trying to get 600 Breezy on board with what's going on. And but he a high head, which is cool. Well, he got his way to feel like that. But Mimo 600, a big dog in this shit. So if Mimo 600, taking that step, 9 out of 10, 600 Breezy going to follow. Not saying that to be funny, but I'm just saying on some brotherhood shit. And then we try to get Chief Keef to take that step, which it is. Chief Keef been talking more and doing interviews and shit like that, so he's been evolving, which is good. But yeah, that's what we're trying to do, is reverse what had happened in Chicago. I mean, it's going to continue to go on, but reverse the original damage that had happened, because it was a psychological operation. See, a lot of people don't know this shit when they in it. When you in this shit and you was there and you seen it, you seen what happened and all that shit, you don't know what the fuck going on, but it's bigger than you. It's a psychological operation. Drill music was a psychological operation to get motherfuckers to start killing each other. They just needed to start it somewhere, and they used Chicago as a testing ground, just like how ICE came through and they gonna fight and shoot motherfuckers. They started off in Chicago because they know Chicago niggas gonna shoot back. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it was a testing ground. So the testing ground there too for the drill music. And then once they see that they mastered it, which drill music is a frequency, but it's a certain type of frequency, which is just another form of witchcraft, just to break it down to you. And I'm probably do a video on that specifically about frequencies and this and all that, but any type of frequency is a form of magic or witchcraft. Like, you got white magic and all that, light magic. What is it called? Like 432 hertz or some shit like that. That's like the perfect healing frequency. That's magic too. It's just white magic, light magic. You know what I'm saying? Positive magic. It's good magic. You see what I'm saying? But it's still magic, Like, we live in a magical world. People don't understand that shit, bro. Like, I'm telling you, this shit real. Hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, all that other shit, all that shit is real. You see what I'm saying? Wicca and all that shit is real. I'm not saying it like, oh, I'm giving it power and all that shit, but it's real because the Most High ordained it. Like, the devil can't even do shit or have no type of power unless the Most High, Jesus Christ, give him the audacity to do that. And like I said, that witchcraft shit real, so obviously the Most High gave him the audacity to do that to an extent. But obviously it's not more powerful than Jesus. I know that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a disciple of Christ myself. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you don't know Christ and you living in that demonic world, that witchcraft shit will fuck you up. That's all I'm saying. So it was just all like, it's all a frequency. And then they use that drill music and they put it in all different states. Now you got anarchy happening in America simultaneously. You see what I'm saying? But all this is according to plan. This all according to scriptures. All this shit's gonna happen, and then boom, Christ's gonna return. But like I told you, you gotta remember how it is in the Bible and how it is in actual real life. It's gonna be differences and different scenarios, but ultimately the whole storybook, the story and the ending gonna be the same. It's gonna be just like slight little differences. Let's say, for example, like when you play Grand Theft Auto 5 and you at the end and you got three choices. You gotta choose like who you gonna use to carry out the mission. Like Trevor, he got to go deal with I think he got to deal with like the Chinese people and shit like that. And then you got motherfucking Franklin, he got to deal with I forgot who Franklin got to deal with. Oh yeah, he got to go deal with the niggas in the hood and shit, the ballers and all that shit. And then you got Michael, he got to go deal with like the feds and the government agent motherfuckers, the shit that he had connections with. You got to get rid of them and shit. But all I'm saying, all three of them, all three options, and I think it might be a fourth option too, where they say you just go ballistic and you just get rid of each one, not Michael and them, but the people, whatever. No, then you got another option where you could trade and actually get rid of Trevor. You know what I mean? Because he like insane or whatever. But I'm just saying that to say that if you notice each option, it's like the same ending, but it's a subtle difference. And that's the same thing from the Bible in real life. Like how Jesus is gonna return is not gonna be exactly how the Bible say, but it's gonna be similar. You see what I'm saying? And Jesus can return in the form of a law being passed. You see what I'm saying? Or Jesus can return. People think it's gonna be physically and all that. It's not necessarily physically. It's a spirit. You see, so when Jesus returned, it could come through in the form of a person, a politician, and that politician might pass a certain law that might actually heal America, like just different shit like that. Like, that's basically what I'm trying to say. But that's the whole point. That's the end of this video. Wake them up. More videos coming soon. Fuck Satan. Fuck all this millions gang, bitch. Don't get stepped on for Jesus Christ.